Happy Monday to everyone. This is Karen Dubin. I am the Chief Operating Officer for the Sweet Institute, and I have been reading with you Carl Rogers on Becoming a Person, a therapist's view of psychotherapy. And we are continuing on from where we left off, which is on page 87. There may be some additional back and forth dual role plays that I may be doing. So here we go. The liking of oneself. In various writings and researches that have been published regarding client-centered therapy, that there has been a stress upon the acceptance of self as one of the directions and outcomes of therapy. We have established the fact that in successful psychotherapy, negative attitudes toward the self decrease and positive attitudes increase. We have measured the gradual increase in self-acceptance and have studied the correlated increase in acceptance of others. But as I examine these statements and compare them with our more recent cases, I feel they fall short of the truth. The client not only accepts himself, a phrase which may carry the connotation of a grudging and reluctant acceptance of the inevitable, he actually comes to like himself. This is not a bragging or self-assertive liking. It is rather a quiet pleasure in being oneself. Mrs. Oak illustrates this trend rather nicely in her 33rd interview. It is significant that this follows by 10 days the interview where she could for the first time admit to herself that the therapist cared. Whatever our speculations on this point, this fragment indicates very well the quiet joy in being one's self, together with the apologetic attitude which in our culture one feels it is necessary to take toward such an experience. In the last few minutes of the interview, knowing her time is nearly up, she says, "One thing worries me, and I'll hurry because I can always go back to it. A feeling that occasionally I can't turn out. Feeling of being quite pleased with myself." Again, the cue technique. "I walked out of here on time and impulsively I threw my first card. I am an attractive personality. Looked at it sort of aghast, but left it there. Because honestly, that's exactly how I felt. Well, that bothered me, and I catch that now. Every once in a while, a sort of pleased feeling, nothing superior, but just, I don't know, sort of pleased. I neatly turned away, and it bothered me, and yet I wonder, I really remember things I say here, and I wondered why it was that I was convinced that something about what I have felt about being hurt, I suspected in my feelings when I would hear someone say to a child, 'Don't cry.' I always felt it isn't right. If he's hurt, let him cry. Well then, now this pleased feeling that I have, I've recently come to feel there's something almost the same there. We don't object when children feel pleased with themselves. There isn't really anything vain. Maybe that's how people should feel." Therapist. You've been inclined almost to look askance at yourself for this feeling, and yet you think about it more, maybe it comes close to two sides of the picture. That if a child wants to cry, why shouldn't he cry? And if he wants to feel pleased with himself, doesn't he have the perfect right to feel pleased with himself? And that sort of ties in with this. What I would see is an appreciation of yourself that you experience every now and again. Yes, yes. Therapist, and I'm really pretty rich and interesting person. Client, something like that. And then I say to myself, our society pushes us around and we've lost it. And I keep going back to my feelings about children. Well, maybe they're richer than we are. Maybe it's something we've lost in the process of growing up. Therapist. Could be that they have a wisdom about what it is that we've lost. Client. That's right. My time's up. End of reading for today, and we will continue on next time on the bottom of page 88. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.